Hi guys, what's going on? I clicked too early, so I didn't even finish the intro. Anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah, little mistake, but doesn't matter. But yeah, we're live again. So we're live, and well, there's a slight delay, of course, and because now I can see it's really live for you guys. Anyway, that doesn't really matter. But yeah, so today is actually quite an interesting day. As you can see, this tank here is empty, and last stream it wasn't. It was still full with it was half full actually, and I had the plant coming out and whatever. But yeah, I decided let me just get rid of all of this and just do a fresh start, and so that's what we're doing today. We are scaping this tank. That's the ultimate goal of today, and yeah, that's basically it. So of course we're just starting up, so people will be coming in and whatever. So I might just wait a little bit because it'd be nicer if we have more people who can watch it and everything, and that'll be pretty cool, Well, this thing is stuck to it. I don't know, what do you call it? I don't even know what you call it. Anyway, it's stuck to it. Alright, there we go. Now it starts, YouTube starts even recognizing that I'm live. So it always takes a little while until people come in, and anyway, but it'll be fine. But let me just start off with showing what I've got. By the way, also the audio might be a little less good because I got the microphone there right now instead of normally here, but it doesn't matter. But what I've got is basically, let me have a look. So we've got just the empty tank. This tank is about, I think, 10 or 15 litres, something like that. Yeah, it's quite small. Then we've got a cheap little light on there that I've had for years, and literally about half the LEDs don't even work anymore, but it doesn't matter, we'll do with what we've got. I don't feel like buying a new one. And then we've got a really cheap little filter here. Like, this is the cheapest you can get. Like, I think it was like under 10 euros, which is like, $10, whatever. Really cheap, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, further, that's basically just the tank, and then I've got like a misted background on it, because I think that looks pretty nice, and well, why not? Makes it look a bit more presentable, or I don't know. Anyway, I like it. So that's basically the tank. Then we move on. I've got a few plants and whatnot, but so first I've got here, these are just some plants that I got from all my tanks. I can't really tip it too much, otherwise the water will tip out a little bit. But yeah, we've got some Ludwigia Super Red. We've got some, I think this is Hygrophila polysperma. That's what I think it is. We've got some Anubias, some Bucephalandra, and some Sag. That's what we've got here. So that's the plants. Well, that's kind of the plants. This is one tray of plants which I've just got from my other tanks, basically. And of course I got the Dutch style over there, which we might get some plants from. I don't know yet. We'll have a look. But then also I went to the shop and I got, let me look, 2 of these. So these are just the mini dwarf hairgrass, whatever they're called. The Eliocarus acucularis mini. You can see that. Wait, I'm doing it wrong. Look at that. There you go. Then you can see the name there if you want to look it up or whatever. But it's just yeah, it's basically grass, but then for water, underwater, which is pretty cool. So I got 2 of those. Let me put this down, and then we got the center of all of it, or the main thing, the head thing, and that's this. And you might be asking, what is this? Well, so basically what it is, it's a piece of rock, and attached to it we've got this, and I literally just forgot the name of it. What is the name of this plant? I forgot what it's called. Let me I'm gonna look it up a minute because I need to know the name of this plant, of course, because that's the whole main piece. Ooh. You know, probably the easiest is go to tropical.com and then just go to plants, because I know they sell it as well. And then just start scrolling. How about that? How about that? Just start scrolling. Once I find it, I'll show it to you guys. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Nope, this is not it. I once I see the name, I'll recognize it. You know, because I know what it's called, but I just lost the name. It's just as simple as that. This might take a little while because there's so many plants available. It's crazy. No, I think we're getting close. We're getting close. We are getting close. Ooh, is this it? No. No, nearly. Pretty sure. Yeah, that's it. Pogostaman helferi, that's what it is. That's the plant here. Can I share my screen? Probably. Let me have a little look. Ooh, maybe not. Doesn't it recognize? Huh? Wait a minute, give me a sec. Yeah. Okay, it's not letting me share my screen. Whatever. Then we'll just leave it at that. But Pogostaman helferi, so that's what this plant here is, and it's like huge, and it's on the rock, so that looks pretty cool. So yeah, I think that must be pretty cool. Anyway, let's start scaping, shall we? I think that might be the best thing to do. We haven't got many people here yet, but I'm guessing they'll come in soon, shortly, hopefully. That's hopefully the plan. But yeah, we'll have a look. Anyway, I'm gonna start. I'm just thinking, what do I start with? Because, so I have a couple of things. So here, I have, let me have a look. Here I've got a whole box full of dragonstone. And so, I don't know, should I do dragonstone? Or, let me have a look. Let me have a look. Here, I've got another box of stones, and we've got this, and I'm not too sure what it's called. Or we have some cereal stone. That's also what we've got. Some cereal stone, and yeah, that's basically just in here. That's all that's in here. But yeah, I don't know. I think I might. The chair's a bit squeaky. However, I think I might just start with, well, first getting all the electronics out of the way, of course, because yeah, we don't want that happening, getting wet or whatever. Then I've got my handy dandy towel, so I'll just plonk that there. Right, let me just stand up a minute. Okay. And I mean, it's the first time we're doing this live, scaping a tank, so probably something will go wrong, because why not, like, you know, something always goes wrong. But let's first take this out of the bag. That might be a really good idea. And so, well, I'll just have to make a hole in the bag, because that's not going to work otherwise. And this thing was pretty expensive. It was €17.50, which is like $20, something like that. However, what you get for it is a beautiful piece, and it's all grown on already. Like, look at that, it's dripping. It's dripping. Let me just dry it off a little bit. Yeah, I'm soaked. Anyway, this is what you get. Look at that. If I go out, I'll be able to just focus it on this. Yeah, that looks really good, and it's all tied up. Well, it's not even tied, it's grown on, like, really good quality, so it's definitely worth the money, and it just looks so cool. So this is going to be the centerpiece, of course, at least I think, but I'm not too sure yet how or what or whatever, but let's just because, let's just plump it in, just to see how that looks like. But, and you can't see, of course, because I need to get all this rubbish out of the way. And this is filled with water. I'll just bring this here outside. Right, so there we go. That's done. Let me have a little look. So we've got that. Should I put the camera somewhere where you can see a bit better? Is that maybe an option? I mean, it's difficult because what I could do, here's simply what I could do. I could just zoom in by cropping in. Watch this. This is like magic, right? Watch this. 3, 2, 1. There we go. So that's kind of zoomed in. I don't know, probably the quality would have gone down a little bit, but you know, you can see it a little better and whatever, so why not, you know? I think that's pretty good. So anyway, we got that. Then I am really leaning towards the Dragonstone. I just think that'll look pretty good and it's pretty decent. Because look at it, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice, eh? But then the question is, we've only got limited space, of course. That's the whole thing. We've only got limited space, and well, if I would put this in like so, like, I mean, that looks really good. Well, at least, can you see it there a bit better? That looks pretty good. But I'm just looking if we need to go up in height a little bit, or I don't know, it's just like, I think that piece needs to be there, that's just guaranteed. Let me just get another little piece like this one. That could possibly go like that. Can you see what I'm doing there? I don't know. Kind of. It's difficult because it's far away, but then if I would bring it closer, it'd be like, I need to bring it closer somehow. How do I? But then it would be here. No, it needs to stay like this. Anyway, I'll just give you a brief, you know, I'll just talk you through it, basically, through what I'm doing. And so what I'm trying to do is just creating some kind of structure here. And yeah, I'm just gonna fiddle around it a little bit, see what fits, what works, and whatever. And then, you know, we can have a little gap there to put this in, because that's gonna be the center, the main focus. Like, that needs to be, you know, in center. But I am thinking of maybe putting the soil in first. That might be a good idea as well, because that would give a bit more structure, like, I don't know, you know, it's like, I'll take everything out. There we go. And, well, I've got a few pieces here. Take all of that out. And I'll start with the soil. So let me just have a look. I've got some aqua soil here. Aqua soil, that's the stuff I'm using because, well, it works really well. And we are just going to take a little bit and just plonk it in. And I'm going to put the light up, otherwise we'll hit everything. But yeah, just put it in, chuck it in. You know, you don't need to think about it too much, because it'll be fine. There we go. Right. So that's a little bit in. Now that'll help us because we can shove it under a little bit, like under the filter here, where we don't need, you know, that doesn't need to be an open gap. So, you know, just shove it under there. Create a little bit of height, you know, and then yeah, just spread it out a little bit, and it'll be pretty good. I've still got quite a bit, so that's fine. I'm pretty sure we'll have enough. Right, so. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. I've got soil all over my hands, of course. Because why not? Look at those, soil. So now, we take this piece again, and just looking at it, it might even work like this. It might even, oh, that would be cool. It would be like arching over, like so. No, like so. I think this is just the way to go, just like this. Somehow I'm just thinking that's how it's meant to be. These are decisions. Yet, I've also got this piece here, which would let me create a tremendous amount of height, probably too much, and it does take up a ton of space, I will tell you that. But what we can do then is we can stack it on there like that, creating some height, which looks pretty cool, if you ask me. And what we can do then is take this piece, because look, you need to keep having this, and we can somehow shove it in here without hitting everything, and like kind of, I guess that would work well. You got a gap there, and I don't really want the gap there, so I'm just gonna have a little look. It's all about trial and error, this is. Ooh, now look, that looks better to me, because I think this needs to be moved like a few centimeters forward, maybe even a little more. The best would be if it could like kind of like slot in place, if you know what I mean. And I don't know if you can hear me that well because the microphone's over there. But so I think, just looking at this, I mean, it is hitting the glass here at the back, and this isn't too stable, I would say, you know, because it's like, look, it's falling over, that's one thing you don't want, of course. You don't want your structure falling over, but I think everybody can understand why. Right, let me just have a little look at that. sometimes you just need to take a step back and look. And also, I'll be sitting here, like, so, you know, you want to look, how does that strike you? Does that, you know? And it kind of does, but then it kind of doesn't. I don't know if you get what I mean. What I am thinking, this could be really nice then over here. That would be really nice, like. So that might work really well. And, but then we got a little gap there. I'm just going to fiddle around a little bit, just bear with me. I'll keep talking, but it just needs a bit of time. And sometimes what helps actually is if you just leave it for like a day and come back to it afterwards. And you know, that sometimes really works and helps. But what I can do, I've got some glue here actually, some super glue, some Gorilla Glue. Works really well. I could just glue it just to be safe of enough volume because it's pretty loose. But if I could create it in some way that is just so stable and doesn't need glue, that would be even better. Ooh, that looks pretty good. Tap test, you know, that's always important. Now that's better. And as we're speaking, we've got Tim coming in. Good afternoon and good evening from Massachusetts. Wait a minute, I need to look up where that is, because that's a name. That's a big name. Right, where is that? Oh yeah, oh, United States, of course. And it's a tiny state up in the, what do you call that? That's the northeast. Cool. What fish are you planning on introducing, USA? What do you mean exactly? What fish are you planning on introducing, USA? East Coast Boston. Yeah. I could see that. Yeah, cool. Yeah, what do you mean with what fish are you planning on introducing, USA? But anyway, we're scaping. But keep coming with the questions. Love the questions. We can do it, you know, 2 at the same time, whatever. I'm thinking now. Probably on camera it'll look worse than in person, but yeah. Oh, what fish do you plan on introducing to the new tank? Right. So yeah, that is actually quite an interesting one because I don't really know yet. I really don't. No, I don't really know yet. So I need your guys' suggestions on what I should put in this tank. Keep in mind it's a small tank, 10 to 15 liters, something like that. So yeah, definitely. You know, if you have suggestions, maybe here I can. I can do a poll, but then that doesn't really. I don't know. If you have suggestions, where I could put that. Any suggestions on fish, then please leave in the comments. Right, so I can send that and then I can pin that. There we go. So for anybody then watching can see that straight away. So that'd be pretty cool. Add some of those black bar endless. Yeah, that might be cool actually. Should I just zoom this out a bit because, wait a minute, we can go back to full screen for now. Give me a sec. There we go, that's a bit better. Yeah, the black bar endless, the thing with those is, they would be really good in here. However, I've got a whole breeding tank downstairs in the fish room. And so then, if I would have them in both tanks, I just want to I like testing out all different types of fish. So maybe something else if I would have something new that I haven't had before. What I was thinking of were some CPDs, some celestial pearl danios. They are really cool, and they'd be really nice maybe in this tank, So nice small tank, and I think that might be pretty cool. But yeah, maybe also the black belt endless. Yeah, we might actually just we'll have a poll or whatever. But yeah, it was nice chatting with you. I need to start my drive home. I will be listening to you though. Oh, okay, no problem. Yeah, have a safe drive home, and if you keep listening, that's excellent, of course, because you can listen and drive, but just don't watch and drive, because that would be just a bit too dangerous. But I'll be talking the process, and you can watch it back, and I'll be making a video on this, hopefully. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but somehow I'll make a video on this. And but yeah, anyway, back to the build then. Maybe now it is better to zoom in a little bit. So then we can just take this, zoom it in. Is that zoomed in enough? I don't know. Let me zoom in a little bit more. How about that? That's even more zoomed in. Right. Quality, I don't know. What about the quality? Who cares? Anyway, let's continue. So now, this tap test, pretty stable, eh? Not too bad. So what I'm thinking now the only question is, can I even take this? Okay, so cool. I can just about take the filter out. So that's important, of course, because, we wanna make sure we can clean the filter and whatever. And there we have Levi saying hi to you. You can't, you can see me like that. But yeah, we're escaping the tank. Enjoy. That's all I can say. And so basically, let me have a look. So I think this is quite a nice structure. Now I don't know if we should glue this. What do you guys think? Should we glue this, or should we just keep it like this? And the thing is, it won't float, of course, because it's rock, it's stone, so it won't float. But however, it could maybe collapse. But then there again, the chances of that's only if I'm in the tank like this, and I'll just be extra careful in the tank. How about that? That might be just a little bit better, I think. But we can have a little look. I've got some more pieces here because we need to have a few more pieces. And there we've got Sultan. I am back. Had to get a haircut. Oh, nice. Really nice. I like getting a fresh haircut. It always feels so good. But good that you're back. Welcome back. Enjoy. We're escaping the tank, as you can see. You haven't missed much yet, to be honest. I've only put a few rocks in. And yeah, I've zoomed in, so you can't... Well, I'm here. Hello. But yeah, just watch along and listen along, whatever. But I think it's just nicer to see a bit better. And I don't know about the quality, but I've been going on for that for ages anyway. Lady's asking how I'm doing. I'm doing really well. Thank you, yeah. How are you? That's also a good question, of course. But yeah, I'm doing really well, and I'm enjoying this process of the escape at the moment. So really good. I love Dragonstone. Yeah, Dragonstone is so nice because it has all the what do you call it? Just all the crooks and I don't know what I'm trying to say. Well, I do know what I'm trying to say. Is it just looks really good. It looks really good, and it looks so natural and whatever. Yeah, I really like it, so definitely. But then I'm thinking, guys, should we put this piece? By the way, it's drying out a little bit. Let me get it misted. I've got my handy dandy mister here, and now make sure I don't get everything wet. But I'll just I'm kind of just misting it like this. I'm soaking everything. That's not good. Anyway, I'll clean it up afterwards. So we got that. That's gonna go here, I think. It's great for shrimp. Yeah, because they can have like they can pick at all the things in the little holes and whatever, and they can breed or whatever. What am I putting in the tank? So, well, that's actually the whole big question. I don't know yet, and I need your guys' suggestions and your comments. So, if you have any ideas, let me know. Yeah, let me know. Keep in mind it's only 10 to 15 liters, something like that. So it's a small tank, which is in gallons. Ooh, good question. Gallons, that is. So if 20 liters is a 5 gallon, and this is about a 3 or 4 gallon, like a small, really small tank. So let me know what you guys think. Anyway, continuing on. Let's have a little look. I've got a little piece here, and I just want something to fill in here, to be honest, because it's got a hole there, and it's easier and cheaper to fill it with a rock than to fill it with the aquasoil. So what type of substrate? Yeah, aquasoil. So I've got here bucket. It was in there previously. Just some aquasoil. Works really well, and it's already kind of cycled because I've had it in there before, and I think it just works really well. Good for the plants or whatever. So yeah, that's really good. And now I've got that in there. You might be able to see. And I've got another piece. Maybe we can also put that in there, because putting rocks in is just cheaper than what am I trying to say? Then soil. We're watching in Wales. Hello. That's my grandfather. So yeah, nice that you're watching as well. You should do shrimp. Yeah. I've actually been thinking about shrimp. And yeah, I think I might do shrimp, but here's the thing. I've just got my tweezers out, by the way, just because it's a bit easier. What we could also do is we could do shrimp and fish, because if we get tiny little nano fish, like I'm talking tiny, that can't even eat a shrimp, then we could keep them together, And okay, they might not breed as rapidly or whatever, but I'm fine with that. I'm good with that. But yeah, shrimp, definitely a good choice. Now also keep in mind, I am going to be keeping this without a heater, so just at room temperature. And to be honest, shrimp should be fine room temperature. At least I've had shrimp in here before at room temperature, so not worrying too much about that. But yeah, let me know. Can you guess sunfish? What is sunfish? Wait, let me have a little look. Sunfish. Huh? Wait a minute, what is sunfish? Because when I look it up, I get a huge fish in the ocean. Which is not a well, I don't know. I mean, I can't keep those. Pygmy sunfish is one of my favorite nanofish. Pygmy sunfish. Pygmy sunfish. Ah, now I see them. Ooh, they are pretty interesting. And they're tiny as well. These are like the baddest or the scarlet baddest. Yeah, they're basically kind of the same, eh? Yeah, like the baddest or whatever something like that. Cool. I might keep that as an idea, but then the question comes: does my local fish store have them? That's always the big question. Anyway, let's continue with this. So I've got that's connected into there. kind of. They are like a centimeter big. Yeah, I saw in the photos they were tiny, like that. Yeah, so that would be perfect for this plant, I guess. Perfect. Anyway, so this is solid, pretty solid. And yes, there's some gaps. Now you could say that you want to fill like in all of those gaps, but then if I were to do with aquasoil, that would just be too much, I think. I don't have that much, I don't think. No. And yeah, it's just not worth it really. I'll just cover it up with some plants here, and if fish go behind there, it's not a big deal really, you know, they can find their way back through, I think. Hopefully, and the filter is there, of course. So, you know, we need to be able to take that out and whatever. And yeah. Are you adding just moss? No. So, actually no moss at all. I'm adding this, what I bought today. And so this is some, what was it called? Pogostemon helferi. And it's like grown on the rock already. So yeah, it just looks really good. And it was quite expensive, but that's gonna go in. And I'm thinking that should go in there, like just in there. I think that'll look pretty cool. So that's going in, that's the main centerpiece, I think. And then I've got a few plants over here. And some dwarf hairgrass, as you can see. Ooh. There, can you see it? Kind of. It's not focusing, whatever. Yeah, so that's what I'm adding in. Looks awesome. Yeah, good, thanks. I think it looks pretty alright, pretty decent. And we can add a little bit like here, maybe after. I think for the structure, the base, I think it's pretty alright. Probably in real life it looks better than on camera, but you know, not a big deal. And we'll just yeah, I think this is pretty good. So let me just move on. Let's move on with this actually. So if we look at this, then the back I would say is this, because that looks the worst, say, like. So we'll just put it in like this, simply. Really simply, don't think about it too much. You can think about it, of course, otherwise, you know, you won't be able to do it. But just in like, and now that's not in the correct position yet. However, with some slight adjustment, just like so. Am I liking that? I don't know if I'm liking that. It's a bit big. However, it just doesn't feel like it fits with the scape. Do you guys get what I mean? I don't know, you can't even see that well. But it just, I don't know. Maybe it's because I haven't positioned it, I can't even say. Positioned it right, that's the word. Maybe if it's on like a slant, like so, maybe that'll look better. Right, so that I think looks already better once it's like on a slope. And I don't know why that is, but I'm gonna get some more soil just to fill in the back area a tiny bit. Just in the back of this here. Whoa! Just hit the thing. Right, so just like that, what that means, we can even plant it if we wanted to, really. Right, so I'm destroying half of it. Doesn't matter. Can you split it? Well, I mean, I guess I could. However, it's on the rock already. And to split it would then mean we'd have to... I mean, we could. But I think like this, I don't know, I need to probably, the thing is, watch this. Can I think I can take this off. Wait, let me first zoom out. This will just, I think this will, I can give you a little bit of a better look. If I zoom out, give me a sec. That's not zoomed out yet. Nearly. Right, that's zoomed out. Okay, I'll just take it off very carefully without trying to damage anything. Okay, that's the view. Well, the view I'm getting is from the side, of course. But what do you think of that, guys? Does that look a bit better? I mean, as you can see, it's like, it looks pretty good actually. From that side it looks better than from this. But then, yeah, I think that looks pretty decent like that. And you can see maybe from the top, looks pretty good. And just, I mean, the thing is, I'm gonna have plants here and here and here. So then it wouldn't matter too much, I guess, because then you don't see it's like sloping outwards and it just feels like a backdrop or something. But yeah, I think then that looks pretty cool. Kind of liking that. So I think I'll keep it at that. Let me put the camera back somehow. Just like so. Wrong way, like that. Maybe I'll be able to, if I can somehow, can I, that's the screen, that's no point. I could, if I'd shorten it, I could put it on here. Can you angle the top a little left? Wait, was that about the camera? That was probably about the camera, right? Or was that this part? Or this thing? I don't know. Because there's like a delay between it, you know. Whoa, I'm hitting stuff again. Anyway. No, the plant. The plant. A little... Oh, so you mean that, like this way? So it's like... Yeah. Yeah, maybe, actually. Right, but now I've put all that soil in for nothing. Doesn't matter. Maybe like this, indeed. Right, I think... Is that a bit better? Wait, I'm still not totally happy with it. Alright, if we look at it... Oh, we can't even see anything. And it's fine to make a mess, by the way. For all of those who were wondering. Right, please just stay there. Is that better? Nah, that's not really better. I'm making a mess of this. The problem is it's just so small, this tank, that it just it's so difficult to gauge what's good and what isn't and whatever. You know? Just think. Let me have a look. It's all about that open gap there. Now if we just leave it at this a minute, because I think it looks alright-ish. It's all about that open gap, right? So, also here we can plant maybe something. But if we get just a little piece of Anubias, for example, that is totally dried out. Let me just soak it. There we go. I got a little piece of Anubias here, right? If we put that there, I don't know, is that better? Lovey loves fish. Oh wait, I'm really behind. Dang, you're fast. I looked away for a few minutes and you're nearly done, lol. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's not nearly done. We've still got a few things to do. But it's getting somewhere, that's for sure. Go for angle from left to right, opposite of the main rockwork. Go for angle from left to right, opposite. Yeah, but so I tried that, but then because it's so big, it doesn't like, it doesn't work or something. But if we then have, because this is so if we would have that Anubias there, but then still it doesn't, I'm not totally happy with it. So I'm gonna take your advice. That's a lot of hardscape, got such a little tank. What are you planning on putting it? Yeah, it is a lot of hardscape. That's the problem, really. So I think it's a bit too much hardscape. Let's rearrange. But what am I planning on putting in it? Well, I don't really know yet. If you have any suggestions, let me know, because I still need suggestions because I don't know where I want to put in it yet. Now I have another idea. What if we have like this terrace here and we just plonk this on here? Now I have no clue what that's looking like. But I think if we just put it a little differently, that could work somehow. How big is it? It's fun. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, because I've said it like 5 times, but I'll tell you again. It's about 10 to 15 litres, which is in gallons, about 3 to 4 gallons, something like that. And so yeah, that's about what the size is, so it's quite small. Yeah, that works. Yeah, I think that works much better as well. I'm gonna just angle it a little differently because it's not totally right, but I think it was just too much hardscape, especially this. So let me just take this out of the way, because we won't be needing that. But I think it needs to be, let me have a look. So that was definitely a better choice. See, that's the good thing of scaping together, is we can help each other, and that's why I love doing that. Well, actually it's the first time I'm doing it, but I'm loving it already. That's what I'm basically getting at. And then, no. The problem is it's a little, I don't know if it's too high. That's too small for fish. Maybe some salawisi, shrimp or cardine. Yeah, well, it depends on the fish type. Because, like the CPDs, they are tiny. They're like this small. Or like chili rasboras, they're also tiny, like this small. That's what I had before in here. And they worked actually pretty well in here. So yeah, I'm not too sure if I want to do fish again or just shrimp. That might be also a good idea. But maybe, yeah, Caradina would be good in here because we have the aqua soil already, so that would be good for the water parameters. And so that might work pretty well, actually. Anyway, let me just try to... think I've nearly got it. I think I'm liking that definitely more. 100%. Do you have a piece of driftwood to add to the back left corner? I don't have it at the moment here with me. I'm pretty sure I've got some downstairs and stuff. But yeah, but then that's downstairs. And it's also quite big driftwood, so that would be... But maybe indeed something coming out here or something. I really wouldn't do fish in such a small container. It's not only about water problems in this context, since I know you know how to maintain the tanks. The main issue is really space. Yeah, fish do need some space to swim and thrive, and it's inhumane to keep fish in such a small container. Yeah, I do agree with you. It's just that if you have a fish that is this small, then it's quite, quite a reasonable space. But yeah, I'll have a think about it, and I might just do shrimp. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, let's just have a little look. And I'm just gonna have... So this side doesn't really matter what it looks like, because we're not gonna see that side. But then this side does matter, because that's the side we're going to see. So I think that's alright, but then maybe we could take this and simply put it like here somewhere. Does that work? Don't know if that works. Not too sure about that. Maybe the other way around. No, it's not. It's just that this is quite a big thing, and it needs to be filled up quite high actually. But by the way, on the fish thing, I think, to be honest, I've been thinking a little bit about it just now. I think, yeah, shrimp are maybe the better way to go. Also, I haven't really had a real shrimp tank in a long time. And I think that would just, if I'm sitting at my desk, I don't want anything jumping out. I've had that before. And just shrimp, just watching them do their thing is just pretty cool to see. So I think I'll go for shrimp, but I think I might go for, like Caradina, like that I haven't done as much as before. Yeah, so also, yeah, give me some suggestions on what type of shrimp, because I think shrimp are the way to do it, definitely. Anyway, let's just have a little look. And I think they'll love this thing, the shrimp will. That's really what I think, because it just feels like fluffy. Well, fluffy, but like, you know what I mean. I hope you know what I mean. You probably don't know what I mean, but doesn't matter. If we got, right, so I've created a little more space, and then I could just plonk that in there. Does that look good? Don't know. Can you build up the middle into a mound, then set the plant on top? Middle, so do you mean the middle, take the rocks out, just have here like a mound, put that on the center? Or into a mound, then set the plant on top? Yeah, so do you mean like here, the middle, and then just put it on there? Or, well, I don't know what else, or like a center island. Yeah, actually, when I was in the fish shop, I was thinking of that exact same thing. I was thinking, how cool would it be just to have that on its own and just some hair grass around it? I thought that would be pretty nice. So, and yeah, maybe that is the way to go. Should we do that? Should we do that? maybe, yeah, I think, yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna take everything out. And this is what I love about scaping, is how you can change, how you can change, and also by ideas like that. I love it. So that's what that's what I was thinking originally with, like, if I stream this, then we can have maybe some really good ideas coming through and, have a bit of fun and whatever. So, take all of this out. There we go. It's all about trial and error, like I said. Do it. Yeah, I'm on it. I'm doing it. Right, so we can level out. So do you think should I put it in all the soil now? Is that the time to do it? Don't forget to spray your plant. Yeah, I need to spray the plant, of course, definitely. But should I put in all the soil now? Is that what I should do now? I'm just getting the spray. Spray it down. Spray it down. There we go. But should I put in all the soil? I think I should. Because, well, why not? Or at least enough to keep it going. So I'll just put that in. Put that in. Maybe create a little cove in the center of the... Yeah, so for the rock, because that can go down a little bit, right? That's what cove means, right? Not up, but down, I think. Or do you mean up? There we go. But yeah, I'm really actually looking forward to the idea of the shrimp. Actually, I'm really looking forward to it now. Seriously am. And that's not just me saying that because, but that's actually me genuinely saying that because I actually think it's a good idea. And you just see that's how, good ideas come across and whatever. So yeah, really good suggestion. Right, nearly got everything out. I'm kind of making a mess. Doesn't matter. Right, we don't need to get every little scrap out because we'll be here forever. And that's also not the goal. Orange or blue shrimp would look great in the tank. Yeah. The thing is, I got the blue shrimp already in the tank down in the fish room. So I might go for the orange because I haven't got the orange. Or the yellow. Anyway. Got the soil in. Let me just... Right, so we can just... at least we got enough soil to to have a good planting depth. So in the middle, should we do it straight in the center? Or just off center? Or... I think just straight in the center would actually look pretty good. Or should we have it from that corner and build outwards? What do you think? Little gap created. Crystal reds would stand out in there too. Yeah, I think so too. Oh. Now that's looking actually pretty cool. That just looks like a if you'd have shrimp in there, it would be like a shrimp bed, if you get what I mean. Center it, but angle the plant. So angle the plant a bit forward, maybe? Like that? Yeah, that's the one. I'm telling you. Just put a bit of soil behind it. And just fill it in. I think that looks wicked. Maybe back slightly. And of course there's like a little delay, so I think that looks pretty cool. And then we can have hair grass all around. We can just have hair grass all around. That's the coolest part of, well, I don't know if that's the coolest part, but that's a really cool part about it. So are we liking that? You probably can't really see that well, but then add some little piece of dragonstone around it. Okay. Let me have a look if I've got some little pieces. I've got a ton of big pieces. Soil. There we go. Let me just have a drink. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Then, okay, so little. What do you classify as little? Is this little, or is this big? But then this could work pretty nice. I'm guessing on. Actually, look at this. Does this look good? Just like that. I'm kind of liking that somehow. Smaller, yeah. Smaller. But then yet, can you see that? It looks pretty cool. And if we then have like another piece here. Wait a minute, I'm just going to try this out. Because this might somehow work. Because it fits so nice against the glass there. If you get what I mean. And then, I'm just going to try it. If that would be like that would be pretty cool. But, it doesn't fit like that, of course. No, that's not going to fit. Unfortunately. No, that's definitely not going to fit. I'm just trying stuff. And we've got Dusty here as well. Cool that you're here. If you can do another piece on the right angle towards the other. So that might... Hi JT, yeah, hi to you as well. So like that way, but then maybe actually, maybe that. Oh, is that what we're looking for? Kind of, but then kind of. Like that. What do we think of that? It's looking kind of cool. Kind of like a triangle over the plant. Yeah, this is kind of like a triangle over the plant, isn't it? Or not? I don't know. I'm kind of liking that. Kind of, yeah. Like a cave entrance. Yeah, but then the thing is, like, you've seen it that way, and I'm looking at it from this way, how I would be looking at it, and then it looks like a triangle over the thing, if you get what I mean. What type of fish are you looking to put in it? So, well, we were actually just talking about that a little bit, and I don't know, I think I'm going to do shrimp. I think I'm going to do some kind of shrimp. because it's only a small tank, you see, only about 3 to 4 gallons, like 10 to 15 liters. So yeah, maybe some shrimp, I think. Yeah, I think that might be pretty cool. Anyway, now the thing is, it's kind of leaning on the filter, which isn't the ideal idea, because I would just like it to be independent of the filter. However, are we liking this? Shrimp would be cool, yeah. Another piece of dragonstone in the back right. Okay. We've got another piece. Like that. Something like that. Is that what we mean? Because then it like extends it a little bit. Let me also show you, because you can't really see that well. Hold on a sec. Right, I would see it like that, kind of, but then not totally like that. But can you? It won't extend too far. That's what it'll do, like there. Do we like that? I'm kind of liking it. Just like that. That looks cool. Yeah, great. Yeah, I think so too. I think it looks pretty cool too. Right. There we go. Back where it was. Yeah, I think it looks cool too. I'm really liking it. So let me just have a look if everything is secure. That's secure. Dusty likes it as well. Nice. Cool. That's what it's going to be then. So you've helped me create it, which is really cool. And yeah, just maybe this filter I can't take out. But let's be honest, how often do we even clean this filter? It's like more, you know, it could even run no filter, you know. But yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, let's get to some more planting then, because it's about time. So we've got this piece of Anubias. That needs to go somewhere. Is it best there? Like here? Or is it best in here? I think this looks pretty cool. Just like that. Pretty cool, can you see? It needs to focus on the thing itself. I'm liking it. But then, I actually got some really nice pieces of Bucephalandra. Tiny pieces though. Tiny as you can see. But we could put them somewhere. They'll grow, you know. There we go, piece there. And, or maybe, actually, that piece is a bit bigger. Could go in there. There we go. And it's like so miniature, all of this, you know, it's tiny. Tiny. So it can be quite difficult and potchy. But, you know, it will work. It will work somehow. That looks nice. Yeah, I agree. I think just like that. And you're seeing it from a distance also, that's like the problem. But yeah, I mean, this is big, but then it's the centerpiece, you know, and it looks just, I think it looks pretty cool. I'm liking it. And in the end, of course, it's important, you know, that other people like it as well. Well, I don't know if it's that important. The most important is that I like it, because I'm the one looking at it every time I sit here. But also, of course, it's I want to make sure everybody likes it, you know. And that's one of the honors of being here on the live. Right, I think, so this can go. I think that looks pretty well, really pretty good. Let's spray it down, that's also important. And so the rocks I'll spray down also. So you can see their real colours, or at least the colours they'll have underwater. Okay, looking pretty good. I like it when it's wet. It looks a lot nicer. Do you have another Anubis for the right? You mean like here? At the moment I don't here right now, but I do have one downstairs in the fish room. So I might after stream then I could get that and maybe just pop it in there. I think that's what you mean, right? Just on the side there. Yeah, that might look pretty cool. Or do you mean on that side there? No, yeah, here. Okay, cool. I'll have a little look for that after. And I might forget, but then you'll remind me somehow in the comments or whatever. Anyway, let's move on. What should we do next? Shall we do... I've got these plants here. Or shall we do the mini dwarf hair grass? Should we do that? Yeah. What do you want to do? I mean, I don't know. I don't really mind. Let me, before we go do anything, I'm just gonna take this a minute and I'm just gonna shake it out. Yeah, I'm just gonna shake this out. I'll be back in a moment. Right, there we go. There we go. Yeah, nice. Lovely Loves Fish is back. He's saying I strongly advise against fish. Thanks, honey. Yeah, we were. Maybe you were gone for a moment, but we were talking about that actually, and I was saying that I actually want to do shrimp now. Hearing your advice and stuff, and I think, yeah. I think shrimp be pretty cool. We can do maybe Caradina, like crystal reds, or maybe yellow neo Caradinas. Yeah, I think. So I think we're definitely going for shrimp. So don't worry about that. That's gonna be good. Hair grass with those red plants. Okay, so we'll do the hair grass first then. I think he's going for shrimp. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right. Oh, that's a major relief. Great. You know, you don't. I don't want anybody worrying or stressing or whatever. Yeah. You know, but we want to do what's best, of course. And yeah, I just really also like the idea of shrimp in here. I'm really so super happy to hear that. Great. Yeah, like I said, there were some chili raspberries I had before in here. And they were doing pretty fine, but they were literally, I'm not even kidding you, they were about that small. They were about 1 centimeter. They were tiny, and they were doing all right, you know. But yeah, I think we're gonna go. We'll do shrimp. We'll do shrimp. I'm really so super happy to hear that. Great, really great. I was thinking the same thing at first. Yeah, cool. Anyway, we're gonna move on with the hair grass. So, if you have never had, I'm just gonna get my little tray, handy dandy tray, because that might be easier. So, if you've never had these little Tropica 1 to 2 grow, they're really good. So can I just focus on the thing itself, and then you can see the name there, and that's basically what it is. Yeah, so these are really good, and especially these because they're grown like in these pots, and they have no algae and whatever, no snails, whatever. Really good, and yeah, just really great, and I really love them, and they grow well. So I got some of these. I've got 2 of them actually, as you can see, probably, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, and I can see these are a bit older. They've got like a bit of it's kind of starting to die, but not an issue. We can plant it now. It'd be a good fry grow-out tank. Yeah, I guess for like tiny fry, that would be fine. But then they start growing, of course. But the fry and stuff, I'll just keep in the fish room. It's just easier for me. I had a chili rasboras before, but I had them in an 8-gallon with no hardscape, only plants. Okay, cool. Yeah, those tissue cultures are excellent. No snails. Yeah, really good. Love them. No snails, no algae, no pesticides, nothing. And yeah, really love them. They are a bit more expensive. Like I paid €7 for this, for one of them. But the amount of plants you actually get out of one of these is quite a lot, like literally quite a lot, and you can break them up into small pieces, so it's worth it in the end. So pretty good. Yeah, let's start. So basically what you do, take it out of the pot, this can go, or whatever. You just open it like this. There we go. That can go again. And then you can just take, wow, this is actually pretty fully grown. First, actually, there's like a liquid in there. You can pour that out. Have I got a place to pour that in? I'll do it in here. I'll just pour the liquid out. Just like that. And then, you should be able to just pull it out, just like that. Cup. You can keep these are pretty handy. I like defrosting the frozen foods in here and feeding them from there. I quite like doing that. But you don't need to keep them, you can chuck them away as well. Then, if you can like take a piece, tear it open, and you should be able to like kind of roll it out somehow. And then you would have the rollout part and then the middle part. It's quite hard. Well, it's not difficult, but there you go, this. And now because this is a bit older, it's like starting to die off a little bit. But then this you can just, tear into tiny little plugs, roll them like this. And then there you go. That's a little plug you can plant. And then, we just keep them here or whatever. And you just keep doing that until it's all good and done. And now, this takes a little while, but in a video I've just skipped through this or make a time lapse. But now you can experience how long it really takes. And yeah. Anyway, so let me just, whoa, I'm dripping everywhere. That's not good. And it can be quite sometimes a bit. Right, that's another plug. These are quite big plugs, and I should make them a bit smaller. However, we got a small tank, so it's not too bad. Like this could easily go in 2, but I'm just leaving it like this. Anyway, let's start planting. I'm just gonna start just over here. We'll start with number 1 there. How about that? Plant them in there. Take the second one, put them in your tweezers. Just plant it like that. And then hopefully get a nice carpet out of this. Should look pretty good. And then yeah. There we go, nicely there. By the way, guys, what are your thoughts on no filter tanks? I'd love to get your thoughts on no filter tanks. What do you think of them? Do you think they're good? Do you think they're bad? Do you think, well, I don't know. Just let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on them. Now this is a bunch of rubbish. I can go. And there we go. Are you going to run CO2 on this tank? I've only had luck with Dwarcross when I had CO2 running, otherwise it turned brown and withered away. Yeah, so actually in the shop I was telling the man that I might actually do CO2, that I might use CO2 on this tank, and then I would use the DIY CO2 like on my Dutch style, because that works just really well. So I was thinking I might do that. Just debating about it a little bit, but yeah, I might put some CO2 on here. Of course, it will grow a lot better and stuff. But I've had hair grass before without CO2, and it did carpet sometimes. Yeah. Right, that's there. Right, let me have a look. So we've got... I'm doing two things at the same time. I use a filter for about 3 months, then go filters. Okay, interesting. So you use a filter for 3 months and then you go filterless. Yeah, it should that by then of course be fully stable and stuff, and then that should work actually. Yeah. I like filters, but have done filterless a few times. Cool. Yeah, I like doing filters, but filterless sometimes I feel like the tank just doesn't need a filter because it's just doing so well. Like, if you get what I mean. No filter can work provided you are really persistent with maintenance, have a ton of plants and a super low bio load. Yeah, correct, yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. Just keep an eye on that grass, it can be finicky. Yeah, it can. Exactly. There we go. So do we continue past through here? I think so. I plant heavy and keep nanofish, yeah. Yeah, that works normally, yeah. Just gonna fill my glass of water. Right, I'm back. Right, so let's continue. What do I have here? Yeah, it's autumn, then it should definitely work. I have 125 gallon. I rarely have to do water change because everything is balanced really well. Yeah, I've also had that with my Jewel. When was that, like a year ago maybe? And it was at the point where I hadn't done a water change for literally a year, I think. It was literally like a year I hadn't done a water change. But it wasn't needed because I checked the water parameters totally fine, and it was just an ecosystem running itself, you know, the bioload was the perfect amount, and I had a ton of plants. Like, you could say too many plants, but you can never have too many plants, really. You do have filters on it, though. Yeah, I had filters on it as well. Yeah. Right, that's one pot kind of done. Kind of. Problem is, it was like kind of, what do you call it? Half dead, but starting to die. Right. I have a few tanks with sponge, but it's more for flow. Yeah. Yeah, flow is important also in a tank. If you don't have good flow, then it can cause some problems. Right, so I've got a nice bunch here. We can split in at least 2. There we go. Right, so I think I'll do the hair grass. I'll do it all along the front here, of course, and then like halfway here, and then we can have maybe a few plants there. Because I won't have enough otherwise, I don't think. Right. These are quite big pieces. I can break them into 2. Because then we get more plants. That's the simplest trick you can do for getting more plants. Just break them in 2. Right, so just put that there. Maybe break that in 2. There we go. With my fish, they are usually large and require filter. So you like keeping the bigger fish. I mean, I've got bigger fish as well, but yeah. There we go. And I'm just going to split this in 2 as well. Split it just like so. And then we can plant that here. So this is going pretty well. I'm liking the way it's going. My 40 breeder with bristlenose plaggers has 2 sponge foots and a hang on the back. Yeah, bristlenose you definitely need a filter because the amount they poop is just crazy. Really crazy. Like, people think they clean a lot, but actually they poop more than they clean. That's a fact. You can fact check me if you want. Tank's looking great, yeah. And it's all up to you guys as well because, you know, you help me. I'm just the one doing it, like, you know. So it's a collective effort, you know. Is that the word for it? I don't know. My 40s have a 60 hanger back and sponge 6-inch. That should work pretty well. I mean, I don't work in inches and stuff because we do centimeters over here, but 6 inches is like 18 centimeters. Something like that. That's what I think. At least. Right, so I think I think that's enough hair grass because it's starting to kind of look drabbish, if you get what I mean. Right, there we go. That's enough for the hair, guys. I got a bit left, but the piece don't look that good. Anyway, looking pretty good, pretty solid. Let's get the spray down out. Spray it down. I want to do a DIY filter with spray bar to it soon. Cool. Right, that's sprayed down. It's really important to keep spraying your plants because you don't want them drying out. Right then, who said that the red would look really good? Somebody said that. I don't know, I can't remember who was it? Was it Sultan? I don't know. Anyway, let's do it. Should we just put it in as a bunch like that? I think that looked pretty cool actually. Right, just like that. It's gonna hang. Yeah, yes, the reds. Yeah, it's gonna hang over a little bit for now, but it'll be all right once we fill it up and stuff. But yeah, like there, it's gonna stand like that. I think that's pretty cool. I think we're actually nearly done. You know. Like what else? Oh, I've got a good idea. My 125 has a 10-inch sponge filter, 2 multi-pore 3-inch sponge, and 2 large canisters. Wow, that's quite a lot. I like using bunches. Yeah, me too. Me too. But I think this. Now, tell me what you think. I think here would be a nice little spot. Only got a couple of them. That tank looks great, thanks. Thanks. But like I said, it's all down to you guys as well. Right, so I think that looks pretty cool there, and that's going to stand up once we fill it up. Now I've got these as well. These are some Sag, I don't know if you know what they are. Sagittaria, blah 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 blah. I'm so bad in the names. Even though I've done a year of Latin, can you imagine? And I think we'll just plonk one there. And these are tiny, well, kind of. This one's a bit bigger. So we plonk one there. Now let's plonk one in by there. And let's plonk another one there. And then it can grow nicely and whatever. Looking pretty good. Maybe just another one there. I might take these hair grasses out because they just don't look good. And I'd rather replace them with some other plants. Yeah, I'll take those out. We can just have the Sag coming out a little bit here. Get like 10 neons there. Get like 10 neons in there, it would be really nice. Yeah. Of course it would look nice, but neons, they can get pretty chunky. They can get like that, like 3/4. Oh, neos. Now that's a difference. That's a difference, of course. That's a difference. Definitely not neons, lol. Yeah. Yeah, no, neons, neos, yeah, that's, yeah. But I'm just debating on neos or caradinas. I don't know yet. That might be an interesting little discussion. Maybe I'll take this one out of here. Lol, yeah. That definitely deserves a lol. Right, there we go. Look at that. That's looking pretty good if you ask me. I'm liking that. We've got all different types of plants. So now, one thing left to do is to fill it up. So I'm gonna get a bucket of water and we're gonna start filling it up. So I'll be right back. So that's just filling up a minute. That will take a little while. We can get this out of the way. Well, just put it in there. Start cleaning up a little bit, you know. 'Cause why not? And we've nearly been streaming, well, 1.5 hours for sure. Nearly 2 hours. Crazy. But of course, scaping a tank takes a little bit longer than, well, you know, whatever. You could go on manage, but I don't think you would be able to breed them. Plants wouldn't like the salt. No, I think also manage, you know, they're a bit bigger, and I just rather have the small neos or cardinas. If you have neo parameters, then either neos or crystals would work. Yeah, I just need to have a little look into what the best. I mean, it's got aquasoils, so that I think good for cardinas. But let me just check on the filling up situation because we don't want that overflowing. Right, so I was just in time, and so here I have it, and so I'm simply going to pour it on that rock right there, so we have a gentle trickle in. That's the idea at least, because you don't want to tip it in, you know, and it probably will be cloudy for the start. You know, that's just something that's going to happen, of course. But not to worry, that will clear with the filter on. Slow fill up, of course. But yeah, I'm really happy how it turned out. Really good, I think. I think you guys like it as well. 10 red-bellied piranha fry. Oh, funny. Yeah, no. But I'm guessing those fry would be pretty small. So technically, you know, but we're definitely not doing that. And I don't know where I would need to get the piranha fry from. Yeah, you're just kidding. I know. So it's filling up. Slow but steady. But yeah, I really like it. I am really liking it. Lovely little desk tank setup. And by the way, the video of destroying the previous tank that was in here, or this, you know, that'll be coming out on Saturday, I think. Right, nearly empty. There we go, empty. Oh, that's looking good already. However, it's a bit cloudy. But, oh, I'm loving that. I'm gonna fill this up. Right, so yes, it's looking really good. Really liking it. And I'm just wondering if the light I've got is powerful enough. It's quite weak. However, I don't want stuff, I don't want algae, you know. So maybe it would actually be pretty alright. Just for the fact that it's not that strong. And this piece is annoying me and it's not going down or whatever. Let's try it again. Oh, do you hate it when that happens? Like you're trying to get a piece in, but then it just decides to float all the time. Like, not even kidding. Right, slow but steady. Yeah, I got it in. Hey, I got it in. Right, there we go. I think that the thing is nearly full again. Right, just in time again. Let's fill it up. There we go. Right, nearly filled up. Is that full enough? Should we fill in more? I think that's about good. There we go. Just go into your home law. I need plantains that are long, but can't find any. Ooh, yeah. Then you better get some. Right, how is that looking? I mean, it's cloudy, but that looks so good. Right, let's turn the filter on. Let me just have a look. And I probably need to do something after, but it doesn't matter. I'll just take this out for now. Right, and there we go. There we go. Really cool. So, yeah, that's looking pretty good. I mean, it needs to clear up and stuff. And, you know, I'll show that in the video because I'll be making a whole video on this, of course. Hopefully that's the idea. But yeah, really good. It's going to clear up. But I think we're done for today. So I'd like to thank everybody who was here today, and I hope everybody enjoyed it. And, you know, we've created a beautiful little tank, and yeah, I'll update you guys later once it cleared up, and maybe with a photo or whatever. And yeah, like I said, the video will be coming out Saturday on destroying it, then maybe the Wednesday after will be coming setting it up somehow. I'll be needing to take in stuff from the stream or something. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Doesn't matter, we'll have a look how we do that. Anyway guys, so I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.